So you're very welcome. James here with you. So today I'm doing my first spring inspection. It's March 27th. We've had exceptional spring weather so far, and today just beautiful sunshine again. So I have there's one box in particular I'm going to start with. It's a 6-frame nuc. It's really bursting with bees and it needs to be transferred into a bigger box. So that's the main priority for my first inspection today. If I find the queen doing the transfer, yes, I will clip and mark her. But if I don't, that's okay. The main priority now is just to give these bees more space. So come on, let's see now how we get on. Now this is the box I'm going to transfer into a bigger box. As you can see, lots of bees, and some there are going up the front of the hive. So even before I open this stock of bees, I know straight away that they need space. Now I'm seeing pollen going in as well, which is always a great sign. So now this was a bag of fondant over the bees just in case they needed it. So very gently now. I shouldn't need much smoke, but you could give them a small puff under the crown board if you wanted. Okay, wow, there is a lot of bees in this box. So yeah, first thing though I'm just going to do is just check that the queen is not actually on the crown board here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take off that bag of fondant, and I'm just going to shake the bees down. Now we have a lot of bees on these frames, so this is actually a 7-frame nuc. So the first frame I'm going to take up here now, I've got to be so careful, because there'll be a lot of propolis on these frames now from the winter, and the main thing here is I've got to be so careful that I don't squash the queen as I bring the frame up. So there's a lot of wax here on this side now, so I might go for this frame here and bring it up very gently. So just a small puff of smoke. So I'm not going to smoke them out. As you can see, they're nice and calm, they're very quiet, they're not bouncing up, but I'll just a tiny bit of smoke just to get them off the lugs here. I'm using a J tool, so I get it in there, and very slowly now I'm just going to just gently free it from the propolis. Now there's a few bees on this side here now, so very gently I'm just going to just push them to one side. That's all I've got to do. So it's a minimal smoke use. So very gently now this frame comes up, and we're just going to have a look at it. It's okay. Now very gently now. This is the part now. I'm bringing up the frame now, but I'm going to bring it up really slowly. Very slow. It seems as if I'm not bringing it up, but I am. I don't want to squash any bee. But the one bee I don't want to squash is, of course, the queen. So very slowly, it's coming up. Very slowly. Up it comes. That's it. Great. So this was a frame that they got last end of September, start of October. We had a very strong ivy flow. So it had no foundation. So they've built it up now since. And I've noticed here that they've now filled it with some drone comb. So another indicator that this colony is very advanced. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to very gently now just place this down here, because we're going to do the transfer now. So I'm just going to bring this to one side, nice and slowly, just like that. And I'm going to place now my floor and the box that they're going to go into. And straight away, I'm just going to lift this up again. I'm going to check for a queen on this frame. But it's not the main priority today. The main priority now today is to give them space. So quick glance, and I don't see the queen there. So down it goes very gently. Now I'm going to put the frames here into this box exactly as I find them. As I take them out, they'll go in the same way. And we're good. So I'm going to lift this up here now. Nice and carefully. As I do this now, I'm going to just check for the queen. I watch the top of the lug. And I just turn it around this side. I don't spot her here, so very carefully now this frame goes down exactly the way it was in the nuc box, and very slowly now I just push up against the other one. Lovely. Now, so again, now these frames are tight because of propolis and stuff, so the J2 layer is very handy. And if you want just to move the bees away, just a few puffs of smoke. Same here now, just a few puffs of smoke there now. So if I were to put loads of smoke down through the frames, it would upset the bees and they'd be running everywhere. And also would upset the queen as well. So it's a case of very slowly. Now, as I say, this is being recorded on March 27th, and to have bees like this so early in the year, it's just fabulous. I'm seeing brood in all stages here now, sealed, young larvae, eggs. So I know there's a queen in this box and she's doing very well. She's laying up good. Now, of course, if I spotted her, to be bonus. But the main priority on this first inspection with this colony is just to get them into a bigger box. Give them space. So again, I've scanned the frame and I can't see the queen on this one. But what I will do is I'll just bring the frame up a little bit closer, so that you can see it. And you can see all the sealed brood there, pollen, and stores up around the top edges. But the first thing that you'll notice that jumps out is this colony screaming for space. So space they're going to get. Okay, so we've 4 frames transferred. We're actually going really well. Bees are not distressed at all. Yes, they know something is up. But I'm just taking it all in small steps, taking my time. So again, now just take your time with the frame. Take your time, nice and slowly. So I'm just doing a quick scan here now, see if I can spot the queen. Sometimes you can be very lucky and she'll she'll almost be there under your eyes waiting for her to be spotted. And then sometimes she can be, as we use the word, elusive. So The best way when I'm scanning, I'm going this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. That way I cover the frame very quickly. And with all spotting the queen, just what I'm looking for is her long abdomen and those long kind of, I call them spidery legs, you know, because they're so much bigger than a worker bee. And I'm just very gently now putting that frame back in. So this is the same setup as was in the nuke box, but clearly they're going to have space on either side then to start building out. And very soon, once they have this box got, they will have to get another box over them. But today, just one single box transfer now is enough. Okay, same here now, just a few puffs of smoke there. And we're just going to get the frame loose there now. That's it. And sometimes if you just rest the frame there up on the edge of the box, it can take a lot of the weight off, because sometimes holding a frame like that now, it's very heavy. So I'm just doing my scan here now for the queen, looking for her. And check the top and just a quick look down the other side. Okay, so I've now spotted my queen. She's actually on this frame. She is last year's queen, so I had her clipped and marked. But now, there she is, up on top there, if you can just see her. There's a white spot on her. There she is, look, just in front of my J tool now. There's the queen. If you can just see her there, she's walking along there. There's a white spot marked on her. So that's great news now. So she's last year's queen, so she's still what we call a young queen. She's done a lot of laying. So fantastic. So now this job becomes so much easier. She is clipped and marked from last year, because sometimes a queen can be superseded over the winter months, but this queen now is done up very gently. So now the queen's on this frame, so I've got to be extra careful. And when you're pushing the frames back together, be very careful where the points meet, that you don't squash a bee, but particularly the queen. So okay, so now there's just one frame to go. This one now is going to be, so I need to bring these frames back a bit further. Okay, so one frame to go. I don't need to be looking for this queen, for the queen now, because she's already, but there you go. Lots of bees. Down it goes. Now I'm just going to push that slightly back. This frame, or this colony, is so strong. Okay. I can give this colony now a frame of what we call just foundation, just literally just straight foundation, or what we call drawn foundation from last year. So this drawn foundation can be a fantastic gift to bees, but this colony is so advanced, they need to start drawing out some wax now as well. So I think these are the frames they're going to get. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give them one frame just inside here. Now very slowly, because I know the queen is over on this side. So they're going to get one frame there. In fact, what I'll do is I'm going to give them two frames of just plain foundation. So now here I'm very gently now going to push these frames back, but again now the word here is I'm going to do it very, 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 very slowly. Very slowly. So I'm pushing all the frames back and I'm watching that there's no bee or anything kind of between the frames. So I'm pushing them up there now. Excellent. Nearly there. They're going to get another frame of drawn foundation. Or sorry, not drawn foundation, just plain foundation. Just plain foundation. They can start drawing this out now themselves. Down it goes. And we'll push that back there. Okay, excellent. I've changed my mind. I'm actually going to give ye one frame here of drawn foundation, and the last thing then is they're going to get a dummy board. So dummy board just to fill the gap here. So there's not enough space here for another frame. So I'm going to put in this dummy board, just basically a piece of timber. It will slot down here. And next time I come to inspect these bees, it's a dummy board that'll come up first. That gives me space. I then can move this frame back and so on. So now, very important, you can see now this has been an outstanding success. So you can see now this has been an outstanding success. We have, counting the frames here again now, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that was the 7th frame. I've put in 2 frames here now, so because this colony is so strong, they're going to start drawing them out very, very quickly. There's another frame here of just foundation, and I've given them a frame of drawn foundation here. So they've loads of options, so they're going to expand very quickly out here, and very soon they will need a super over this box. They just need space. It's a very, very, very strong colony. And for March 27th, wow, what can you say, like? This is what you'd normally expect maybe towards the end of April, but they're at least a month advanced. And if I can just lift up the box now here, if I can just show you, look at all the bees inside in that box still. So a lot of bees here. So the last step now is, so just get the new box like this, and I'm just going to slap the box, and all the bees will fall out, and I don't have to worry about the queen, because she's already in. So now I just the floor here now, get the bees off it. That's it. Good shake like that, and just shake over the box. You'll have lots of bees flying around, but they'll come back in. So I'm back again. I ran out of space on my camera card the last day, so I just missed the last minute. But basically what I wanted to say with the last video was that putting on the crown board, so instead of just putting it straight on down like that, we don't want to crush any bees that are walking along here. So the best way it really is just put the crown board kind of at an angle like that, so just down like that, and then very slowly turn it this way, very, very slowly. So you're not going to crush any bees when you do it this way, and just turn your crown board back until it's directly over the bees. Now, a follow on from last Sunday, I made the video on Sunday the 27th. So I came back one day later, and the 3 frames that I had put in of straight foundation, I have them here, and they had literally drawn these out in one day, the 3 frames that I put in. I'll just bring it up a little closer there so you can have a look. But like, isn't that just amazing? It's just phenomenal, beautiful drawn foundation that the bees had pulled out. But what amazed me was that they had done it in just one day, you know, just the power of nature and strong bees and what they'll do, you know. So that colony is well set up. I need to come back again in less than a week and put a super row of them just to give them extra space. But for now, that'll do for today, and we'll talk really soon. Thank you.